Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm here today to finish this coaster and show you the completion of all of them. This is an 8 coaster set, and it is of like ocean, sea life kind of thing. So I figured I got the other 7 done. I figured that we could do the last of this together. So let's go. Right now all I've got left is the jellyfish here with just the outside here, because it's all the same colors, and it's only 4 colors that I have left to do. So let me zoom in. There we go. And I will finish this with you. I hope everybody's doing wonderfully. I have been super busy. I'm actually a little bit behind on what I'm doing with the channel. I wound up getting, like I said, a little bit behind. So I'm recording this actually Thanksgiving night. I cooked this morning. Family, the mother-in-law, listen to me. My mother-in-law and my husband's best friend came over today for Thanksgiving, and so I cooked, and we had a good time. We just pretty much hung out, you know. It's the second year that we've been together for like a full, it's the third Thanksgiving, but it's the second year that we've been in a full-on relationship, right? So our second year living together, Thanksgiving-wise. So, yeah, it's the second year that I've done it. And coming from a family I grew up with a family that never really did get-togethers or big dinners or anything like that. It takes a lot out of me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's fun for me to do, but it's just extremely exhausting for me. But you know, I have fun when it's done. You know, like when everything goes well and we have a good time, then that's what makes it all worth it, right? So I cooked the turkey, and that turned out really well. And let's see, we had like 3 different kinds of pies, and way too much food for just 4 people, I will say. I did get a text from both my mother and my father to say Happy Thanksgiving. So I texted them, but I didn't speak to them. But that's normal. We don't talk that much, so you know, me with any of them really. And so you know, my husband and his mom and his best friend are my family now. I'm actually closer to them, I would say, than my own family. Just because, you know, he's close to his mom and his friends, so we see them more, right? This one I accidentally mixed. So if you see this, I accidentally mixed some greens in there but it's the blue that I'm using. This is the letter A that I'm doing now. Yeah, because I've done, like I said, there's 8 of these, and I've done 7. And so today, when we were all, sitting around hanging out, I was working on these to finish them up for this video. And the lighting wasn't very good, or isn't very good, out in the living room. So doing these I mixed the colors when I put it back into the bag, but at least it's different enough that I can tell. Some of the colors that are in this kit are similar, so I did, I'm glad that I mixed ones that were less similar so that I could see and not misplace anything. But these are fun. These coasters, they're fun to do. Now these are just wooden back. There's no cork on them. There's no cork stickers that came with them. So they're just thin pieces of wood. And I don't think, I know I'm not going to use them as coasters. We have actually some really good coasters that we use regularly that are those, what are they called? They're like those like absorbing stone ones, you know what I mean? So I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like, they are stone rather than, they might even be like a porous ceramic, but I think they're actually stone, and they will like suck up condensation. They won't, if you spill anything on it, it's not like it's gonna absorb all that, but they will absorb condensation, which is nice when you're, in summertime and stuff like that, and you've got icy drinks, because your glass will produce some condensation. So we use those regularly. So what I plan on doing with these is we're going to seal these with a weatherproof sealer, and then I'm going to attach them together, probably with a string or something like that. And with that, I'm going to make them into a wind chime for our back porch area, which is going to be nice. I think that with the with everything that is on these, the diamonds and stuff are going to reflect very well in the sun. So I think that when they're done, they're going to look really nice. I just have to go to the store and buy some sort of sealer, and so I'm not really sure, because I've sealed diamond paintings before, but not with a weatherproof sealer. So we'll see if I can find something that I like that's not going to mess these up and still allow it to sparkle, because I've put in, since I single place all of these, I've put in quite a few hours getting all 8 of these done. So I want to make sure that when I seal them, that you can still see the shine on them. So, but I think it's going to be nice if I can get some light chimes, something that's not too heavy, I mean, to hang on these. But even if I don't put any chimes on them, you could have them just like as wind spinners, you know, which I think will look very nice as well. So let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3 more colors left. I thought there was only 4 colors, but it looks like there's, I was wrong, it looks like there's 5. So let me get these on here, and then I can show you all of the rest of them. So how was everybody's Thanksgiving? I hope you all had a good day. Let me know. I definitely want to know how your day went. Did you have family over, or did you go over to your family's house? How many of you still have traditional Thanksgivings? You know, I know that some people don't do like a turkey anymore. Some people might do like little game hens, or they might do something that's like vegetarian, tofu kind of thing. So how many of you actually do like the full turkey? I think some people actually do ham on Thanksgiving as well. I like ham for what is it, for Christmas. I like to get a honey baked ham for Christmas, and sweet potatoes and all that yummy goodness there. But we just had, like, we didn't really have much. We just had our turkey, and we had mashed potatoes and stuffing. My husband likes mashed potatoes. I like stuffing. We didn't really pick out any vegetables. I did cook vegetables with the turkey, so I used those. I put those at the bottom of the pan when I was cooking the turkey, and then when the turkey was done, I took the vegetables out, and I actually just blended them up and mixed them in with the stuffing, rather than having chunky vegetables in the stuffing. I mixed them up and blended them, which actually turned out really well, because my mother-in-law had surgery not too long ago, and with the surgery she had a tube down her throat, and so her jaw is still not really recovered from that. So it was actually nice that I blended the vegetables and mixed it in with the stuffing, and I actually made the stuffing kind of mushy because I knew that her jaw was not feeling up, you know, not working as well as it had in the past. So and she really enjoyed that. She said it was nice to be able to enjoy the stuffing and have it be easy on her jaw. So I was happy about that. Did I miss one? No. Okay. So yeah, that was good. And then my husband's best friend brought him a bottle of whiskey, which was nice, because he doesn't drink that often, but when he does, he likes a good whiskey. So that's nice, I thought. And every time his mother-in-law comes over, she always brings what I call the boys. She always brings the boys a gift. So my cat and my dog, my cat Charlie and my dog Izzy, so she brought the boys a gift, and they like those. I think Izzy more than Charlie, but they still enjoy the gifts. So they had fun playing with that. Izzy loves it when she comes over. He likes to sit with her, and she talks to him a lot, and they have kind of like a little bonding day. And then he also loves my husband's best friend. He loves him a lot, so whenever he comes over, Izzy loves it. He winds up just kind of hanging out beside him, which is fun. He fell asleep in between my husband and his best friend, and he was breathing really heavy. He was in a deep sleep, and it was really cute. So he had a good time. Charlie, on the other hand, wound up, I think he was outside for a little while, and then he came in and he just wound up sleeping in the bedroom. Although he is learning some of the bad habits of my dog. So I think I've mentioned this before, but when my husband and I got together, Charlie is his cat and Izzy is my dog. So when we moved in together, it was new for Charlie. I've had a cat before I moved in with my husband. I actually had a cat and another dog. My cat I gave to a friend of mine because their cat had passed away, and I was actually in an apartment at that time, and I wasn't supposed to have 3 animals, and I did, and so I gave them my cat Stella so that, you know, they would have a cat again, because they were ready. Their cat had passed away for probably I think a year before, and so they were ready to get another cat. So I offered them Stella, that was her name, and they took her, and they love her so much. I see, you know, she's doing fantastic there. Chris, my friend Chris, he keeps me updated on how Stella's doing and sends me pictures of her and stuff like that, and she's doing great. So I'm very happy about that. And then the other dog that I had, her name was Mika, and she was a half black lab, half boxer, and I had her since she was a little puppy. But the problem that I had was the older she got, she got like, I almost want to say mentally unstable. She got really, she had really bad anxiety the older she got, and she started getting really aggressive whenever I would take her out. And between her and Izzy, it was really, really difficult for me to be able to even take them out for walks and stuff like that. And then I was living in the apartment at the time, and I would get calls from the management, because when I was at work, Mika was just howling, and she started to tear up the walls and stuff like that. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why she got that way. I have a theory in my head of what happened. So when she was 3, I got her fixed, and she almost died. She had a very severe infection, and she had lost the use of her legs for like 6 months, and she almost died. She had a really bad experience, and so I think that because she was so close to death, that maybe the infection or whatever was, maybe, it mentally scarred her or something, or affected her in some way, that she had some sort of, PTSD or something like that, because she wasn't, when she was a puppy, she wasn't aggressive, and she wasn't, so she didn't have like a lot of anxiety or anything like that. And then it just kind of started to get bad the older she got. She was about, I had to give her up, because I couldn't handle her anymore, and I was living by myself, and I couldn't, there was no way for me to take care of her, and it tore me up. But I felt that giving her to a shelter was my best bet. And there's a shelter that's near us, and it was near me at the time, that I actually donate to every year, because they do their best to rehabilitate animals and find them good homes and stuff like that. Like, they don't put them down unless it's, absolutely necessary. So I thought that giving her to them, relinquishing her to them, would be the best thing, because then she would hopefully be placed with a family that would be able to handle her needs for the remainder of her life. Because I had her for 8 years, was it? 5, no, 9 years, I think I had her. So she was 9 when I relinquished her. So I just knew that it was the best thing for her, because I was not going to be able to give her the attention that she needed. So I had to do the right thing. And it's still sad for me, and I still have pictures of her up around, and but I really feel like that was the best decision. So after that, I just had Izzy. And Izzy, because I had him, he never really got along with Mika, but he tolerated her. But he absolutely loved Stella. Him and Stella played together all the time. So when I had adopted Izzy, he was 3, and Stella, I got her when she was like 8 weeks old. So he at 3 years old basically raised a kitten because she just took to him, and he treated her like it was his little sister basically. And those two used to play all the time and wrestle, and to this day Chris tells me that Stella acts like a dog. It's so funny to me, but she does. Those two shared a lot of the same tendencies. So where I'm going with this is that when my husband and I moved in together, bought the house and moved in together, it was the first time that Charlie, I think, was really around a dog, or like lived with a dog. He's an outdoor cat, mainly an outdoor cat. He was feral when he basically adopted my husband. But I'm assuming, had I don't even have this on the camera. I'm so sorry. He, I'm assuming being outside was in the company of dogs at you know, sometime or another, but had never lived with a dog. So this is the first dog that he's lived with, and Izzy always wanted to play with him and joke around with him, and he was not having it. So it's funny now that we've been in the house for basically a year and a half now, that they finally get along to the point where they will kind of sleep side by side together, and they're starting to play with each other, and it's just, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I'm very happy with that. It's nice to see them play and stuff, because Izzy, I think, likes cats more than other dogs. Alright, so here is the finish of this one. I think that looks really cool. I think it looks really, really nice. So I will go through and I will show you all of them. So here's the jellyfish. And then we have the seahorse, which I think turned out really well. I like the colors on it. I like the colors on all of these, and they all shared the same colors. So, you know, you're using the same color palette for all of these. So there's those. Let's move these aside. Actually, put them up there. I'll show you the next two. So you've got this, this shell and this fish, which I think, again, look really nice. Now I will say that all of these up here on this top part, like the picture is more down, like they didn't cut them correctly. So if you can see here, I'll show you on this one because it's most apparent. The diamonds come all the way down to the edge here, but not up here. So they're all like that. So that's another reason why I was thinking that to use this as like a wind chime rather than a coaster. And they're they're just wood, right? I don't know why I needed to tap that much, but it's just wood, and they're pretty thin. They're pretty flimsy. Well, they're not bendable, but they definitely don't. They just don't feel. I don't know. I mean, I guess you could use them as coasters, but I would suggest buying like cork or something to put on the bottom of this, or even like just like a couple of those rubber like feet thingies to put on the bottom of these. So there's those two. Set these aside. And we've got these two here, which is really cool. I like the starfish, and I really like the octopus. I have a fascination with octopi. I'm not sure what the correct term would be, the correct usage of the word is, or the name is, but I really like both of these. I like that this one's got the multicolors like that. I think that looks cool. And then we've got two more. So with these two, you've got a sea turtle and this whale there. So that's pretty cool, huh? I think they turned out really well. This sea turtle, you could probably turn that way. I'm not really sure. They all have this white in the background there. So let me zoom out for you guys a little bit. And I don't know if I can get all 8 in here at one time, but we can try. Let's move this down some so maybe you can see them. Oops. And they do have stick, so that's another reason to seal them, because they are still sticky on the spots that don't have the diamonds on them. But I think they turned out well. I think they look good. I like this a lot. I did get these off of, I believe it was AliExpress. I will have a link down below. They did come with a holder, this metal holder, and just so that you can see this here, this is not together. So I don't know if it's just the one that I got or if it's all of them. So you might want to put like maybe tape on it, or hot glue it together or something like that to keep it. But it does come with a little holder. And these had how many colors in it? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 colors total, and almost all of them used every color. I think they all used I think this is the only one. This one here might be the only one that used every color because of this dark yellow. I don't think that any other one used that yellow color. So they almost all used all of the colors. But I think they turned out well. And like I said, I think I'm going to put them like back to back like this, seal them and put them back to back like this, and then hang them in a row of 4 so that they spin like they would spin like this outside with some chimes on them. I think that'll be cool. I'm excited to do it. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. If you want to comment, please leave a comment. Oh, and all links, I'll put the link for this down below. Leave a comment, like and subscribe if you want to. It's not necessary, but I'd appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope your Thanksgiving was great. Bye.